Howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to the day. Bom dia. And I'm trying to find my list because I've forgotten everything else. Bom dia. Twice now. Dia gwit. Ahanyo haseo. Boreda. Madenva. God morgon. God morgen. Privet. Guten Tag und Guten Morgen. Kalimera. Bonjour. Ohio. Labas Rytas. Buenos dias. And that would appear to be it at the moment. For everybody that is watching then, in Irish, Gareb Mahagut. Hopefully that is done correctly. That should be thank you in Irish. Cool. Welcome to the day. My sincere apologies. I woke up just a tiny bit ago and I grabbed another black shirt. This is a different black shirt than the black shirt I was wearing yesterday because this one doesn't have any lining along my collar. I mean, it's another black shirt. I need to do laundry. Ugh. Got to keep it away from my neck. I apologize beforehand for this. It may seem kind of petty, but it's really not. Because I came across a series of comments. And I think it's important that you leave a good impression with people and more. So when I went into the comments section the other day, now this is probably in reverse order, but this is the order that I came across them. And so I had a comment that the first thing that I came across was it says, "You don't get anything." And one thing that I do actually get is that you should really understand a situation fully before you lead off with insults. Because "you don't get anything" seems kind of rude, and I value politeness, and I really think that it's good to make a good first impression. It's very important to make a good first impression. A good impression is always good. Politeness is always nice. Because my first impression when I come across this person here is "you don't get anything." But one thing I do get and understand is that before you make blanket statements, you should really find out what a whole situation is. See, you're talking about the 21 Pilots, and the thing is, the reaction that you are having is towards the video 21 Pilots car radio. So when you say "I get nothing," the thing is, that was the very first time that I had ever watched any 21 Pilots. Because that was the first time I had ever listened to them, I didn't get a whole bunch of stuff because it was the first time that I had ever heard them. If I watched and listened to 21 Pilots all the time and exclusively, and I'd been listening to 21 Pilots since they first started releasing all of their albums, then yes, I would be able to pick up and understand things pretty easy. But since I hadn't listened to the radio at the time that I had done that video for about 14 years, so I didn't listen to the radio, so I don't have anything to compare it to. And so that was really the first time I had heard that. I had never heard of 21 Pilots before, and I was willing to give it a shot. So that's cool, that I was willing to try. And the fact that, the first time I ever listened to the group, with the first song that I ever heard from the group, I didn't catch what was going on at the time. Correct. And I'm very sorry about that. But it was the first time that I'd ever come across them. And it was the very first time I'd ever heard that. So it's very difficult to get anything about someone else's favorite group and possibly favorite song when it's the first time you've heard it, and it's the first time you'd ever heard of the group. So I got it after a while, and I understood it, but for the first time I'd ever heard the group, and the first time I'd ever heard any one of their songs, I think I did pretty good. We come up with this one. He depressed, idiot. So at this point, third comment, and already I'm being called an idiot because I didn't understand that the main singer for your favorite group that you have by this time, after it's been out this long, you've had years to listen to it, years to think about it, years to dissect things, years to catch all theories, years to understand that what happens with your main singer and your favorite person. You've had time to talk with other fans. You've had time to dissect fan theories. You probably had time to do a whole lot of going on to forums and talking with other fans. And when that song came out, I was busy dealing with my wife. You see, when this song came out, my wife was still alive. But she had been dying for about 10 years by this time. In 2002, we got married. In 2004, my wife had 2 heart valves replaced with the birth of our second child. And from that point, from 2004 onward, she started to die. So what I was dealing with over a 10-year period while T.O.P. was coming out with albums was I was watching my wife die in front of me. And also during that time, I was having to deal with trying to take care of my 2 children, whom were having to deal with growing up and watching their mother slowly die in front of them. Both of my children were both 9 and 11 when their mother died. And I had to deal with trying to help them watch their mother die and then have their mother die. During that time, I felt like I was going absolutely insane because my wife, my soulmate, the person that, I was literally half of one soul, the 2 of us. We orbited so tight around each other, we didn't need anybody else, ever. We spent 24 hours a day in each other's presence. I was taking care of her because she was dying, and I didn't need anybody else, except for my kids, of course. But I spent 10 years watching my wife go from a vibrant, powerful woman to someone that I had to put into a wheelchair and push from the couch down to the bathroom and back. Because just standing up to move into the chair to be taken to the bathroom exhausted her. And then, of course, a little over 2 years ago now, she came home on hospice, and then I had to take care of her and watch her die in the living room. She slowly died in front of me, and then 1 week after she came home, while I felt like I was going mad, she died in front of my eyes and then was dead, and I had to help the coroners move my wife's corpse into a body bag so they could take her away. So while you were spending time listening to and being fascinated by and discussing with other people who liked it and listening to it many times, that song, I was busy watching my wife die in front of my eyes, and then she did die, and I almost died afterward, and I've spent the 2 years since bringing myself back to life. And up until I started my reaction channel, I was dying myself, and I brought myself back. So when you say, "He depressed," idiot, I'm an idiot because I didn't catch the fact that your favorite singer in your group was depressed about something when the very first time I had ever heard of the group was the very first time I ever heard your group song. And while you were busy watching and listening to that, I was taking care of my wife who was dying. So when I come across your statement, "He depressed," idiot, I'm the idiot because I don't understand that your favorite lead singer is depressed the very first time that I listened to a song from a group that I've never heard of before. Okay, I'm the idiot because during the time that you were watching, listening, debating, thinking about, talking with others, going on to forums, fangirling with other people for how many years? And during that time, I was watching my wife die in front of my eyes. The biggest thing that worries me about this response that I got here from this person is what it says about 21 Pilots fans. You see, I want you to understand something. Because you really like 21 Pilots, you are presenting yourself as the face of 21 Pilots fan base. And right now, the face of a 21 Pilots fan base says, "He depressed, idiot." When my wife was dying and I was going mad, trying to take care of my children while their mother was dying in front of them, and then when my wife did die, and I've had to take care of the mess afterward, and I almost died, but I'm the idiot? Right now, I do not feel very kindly disposed towards 21 Pilots fans or 21 Pilots fan base. And in fact, when I see this reaction from these people, and this is what I want you to understand, Selena is pretty odd. You, because you are a big fan of 21 Pilots, you are the face of 21 Pilots when 21 Pilots is not doing videos. And so the first time I came across 21 Pilots and liked them, because I put the video up and I only put up video stuff that I like, I enjoyed it, and I get the reaction of "He depressed, idiot." Because of that, I don't think very kindly of 21 Pilots either, because you're the face of their fan base. And if you act like that, it makes me think, gosh, does 21 Pilots condone that? Because the first time you came across someone who had come across 21 Pilots, you said, "He depressed, idiot." So does 21 Pilots like it when their fans act like that? Because if 21 Pilots does, then what you've done is, not only do I not feel good about 21 Pilots fan base, I don't feel good about 21 Pilots right now. Because if they condone people going, "He depressed, idiot," when you don't know what's going on, because really, not paying attention to your favorite group and your favorite singer because my wife is dying and I'm trying to keep my children from going insane from watching their mother die in front of them, while I'm trying not to go insane because I'm watching my wife die in front of me. That doesn't strike me as very idiotic. So because you're acting like that, it makes me think that they like people acting like that. And if they like people acting like that, then obviously I don't like 21 Pilots. So because of this, I'm kind of turned off of 21 Pilots for a while. Hopefully you understand why. It's going to be a while before I react to any more 21 Pilots, because whenever I think now of 21 Pilots, the first thing I hear in my head is, "He depressed, idiot." It may not be 21 Pilots' fault, but now whenever I think of 21 Pilots, I think of, gosh, my wife. I spent 10 years taking care of my wife and trying to make sure that I didn't go mad and my wife didn't go mad, and then my wife died in my living room in front of me, but because I didn't understand a 21 Pilot song, "He depressed, idiot." So it's going to be a while before I react to any more 21 Pilots, and really, Selena is pretty odd. Don't just react like that, because now I don't think very much of 21 Pilots at all, and I don't think much of 21 Pilots fan base at all, and you've soured me on a group and its fan base with just one comment: "He depressed, idiot." So like I say, this may seem kind of petty, and I'm very sorry. I apologize beforehand, and I apologize now. I feel quite strongly about this. I was in tears last night. I'm going on my constitutional last night because of that. So I'm kind of really shook up and still upset. And normally I don't, I try not to cause any problems at all, ever. I am non-confrontational. But that bothered me to the point that I just wanted to let people know. Because I did not think that taking care of my dead wife, my now dead wife, taking care of my dying wife, and taking care of my children as their mother died in front of them made me an idiot. But apparently it does. I'm still so upset about this. I'm probably going to go and cry even more after this is all done. I apologize. I'm very sorry. I hope I haven't turned anyone off. I hope no one unsubscribes. But I just wanted to let people know that I know I should have a thicker skin. It's the internet. But I am who I am. And 99% of the nasty comments I've gotten, I've been called, it's like, "Hey, why don't you shut your pedophile mouth," and stuff like that. So, nasty comments, not a problem. That one really got me though, and so, well, I don't have time to do anything else, and I got more upset than I thought I was going to. I'm going to have to cut this one short. You take care. Have a great day. I honestly don't know what else is coming up today. Have a very good day. And I'll talk to you all on the flip side. And I'm very sorry. This upset me a lot more than I thought it would. But you take care and have a great day. And I'll see you all on the flip side.